Hi, if you're an Aries born March 21st to April 19th, what can you expect for the month of April 2015? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, so first of all, happy birthday, Aries. If you've already had your birthday, I hope it was spectacular. And for those of you that are still about to have your birthday, let's gonna have a great month, it feels like. So first of all, right out of the gates, there is a total lunar eclipse on April 4th in Libra. So what does that mean for you, Aries? So first of all, it's a lot of intense energy. There's a lot of I guess, aggressive energy that's coming in on that day, that connection. And of course, it's the energy of the full moon times whatever, right? So the moon represents our emotions. So it can be a very emotional, trying time, which we know, Aries, you don't have any, time for emotions. You're just no nonsense, get it done. So you may find yourself a little irritated about people being overly emotional or overly chaotic. And your job is just to kind of like do what you always do, which is just take what works for you and leave the rest alone and not really buy into it too much. However, it is going to create some pressure for you. I feel you a little squeezed. Like people that don't normally get on your nerves may get on your nerves. You may also find that you may be a little bit pressure to make a decision or to do something that you don't exactly want to do but feel obligated to do. And so there is some oh, brother, I need to go there, or God, I don't want to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I want to say it would behoove you to do it. And the reason being is because it's forcing you to kind of get out of your own way. And so whatever it is that you really don't want to do around that April 4th date, if it's attending a function or taking someplace somewhere, someone someplace, or it's a little bit of going out of your way. And but the advice is to do it, because there's going to be something positive that comes out of this moment or this experience for you that's going to help shift some energies and unlock a door that needs to be unlocked. So basically you're working against that ego, you're pushing aside what you want for kind of the greater good in the moment. And that is actually going to come back in a positive way to you. So whatever that is that's really pushing your buttons around the 4th, if you go ahead and give into it, surrender to it, go ahead and do it, things are going to go much better for you, and you're going to have some surprise connections that happen through that experience. Okay, so as far as, that's just kind of like an overall around that particular full moon. And then there is a new moon that is in your sign on April 18th. Now that new moon for you, of course, new moons always represent new beginnings and opportunities. And eclipses, which is the one we just talked about on April 4th, represents endings and beginnings, right? So you've got a lot of letting go of things, and new opportunities are going to show up. So let's get into relationships. So let's look at your relationship overall for the month of April. Okay, Aries? Well, it's interesting. There is somebody that you extend your hand to, and it's like I saw you put your hand out and somebody bit it, like biting the hand that feeds you, right? So it may be where you've done a lot for somebody and they turn around and the way they react to you or respond to you is a little bit like a slap in the face. So your job in that moment is to not take it personal, see it for what it is, step back, and in doing so, you'll kind of ride the wave over this little bit of a shock. Now you're not going to be as much shock, right? Because you're going to be on the lookout for it. But just be aware that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than you're aware of. So sometimes when people get overreactive to you, you have no idea what's going on at home or what just happened with their partner or their boyfriend. So don't take it too personally, okay, when they snap back at you or they respond back at you. So that's the first thing. So in relationships, there's going to be some surprise irritation towards you. Now, as far as and that's not all month. So it's not all month. It's just someone responds in a way that you aren't accustomed to, okay? Now, as far as your personal relationship goes in terms of romance, let's take a look at that. If you're already in partnership, what does that look like for the month of April? Well, that feels easier. That feels easier that it's been in a while. It feels much more less testy, and in part because they're used to you and you're used to them. So for a long-term relationship, it feels kind of like status quo. It doesn't feel too much different. There are some things I'm feeling on your chest and your heart that are coming up to be cleared. So don't be surprised, Aries, if you find yourself overly emotional or overly tender-hearted at a response from your partner. So let's say your partner is testy with you, and normally that doesn't bother you. This month it may bother you, okay? And I know you don't want to hear that, but it may. And just be aware that it's part of the energy of what's going on in the planet right now. So you may feel a little more weepy, a little more shocked, a little more surprised or hurt, and just process it and don't make it a big deal. That's what the rest of us have to do. Okay, Aries, I know I'm giving you a hard time, I'm teasing you, but it's like we know you guys have huge hearts, and we know you're driven and you're focused, and if you have, I've got some very dear Aries friends, and they are my favorite people in the world because they're honest and they will tell you exactly where you stand with them, and that's so important, and we count on you guys to do that. But this month, you may have your feelings hurt, and you may feel your guard's going to be down a little bit energetically, and that's why it's going to kind of surprise you. So it's okay to let people see that you're human. So it's all right. It's not a big deal. Now, the good news is that people are going to see that side that you guys keep so veiled, that innocence, that sweetness, that tenderness. And so people are actually going to see that. And that's going to cause them to be, relax a little bit more, and you'll become even more endearing to them. So whatever happens, just know that it's good, and know that at the end of the day, those people are really going to get you and love you. And the ones that don't, be done with them. Get your Aries hat back on and just be done with them and move on. It's not a big deal. But those that are important to you, you'll just become even more endearing to them. Okay? Now, let's look at your, if you're not in a relationship yet, a romantic relationship. There could be some really interesting connections happening around April 24th. And of course, all you spring breakers out there, you may have interesting connections happening right now, right? So it's a lot of fun. Aries are always the life of the party. You guys are always, just are these big spirits and this great energy. So there's plenty of that to go around, plenty of opportunity to connect and have fun and enjoy. Whatever you want to do, Aries, there's a lot of opportunity, but there is a really more special connection that could happen around that April 22nd, April 24th date, if you're looking to be in a more committed relationship or something a little bit more stable or long-term, okay? Now, let's look at your career and money for the month of April. Well, there's something, it feels like there could be a big investment that you want to give money to. I would be a little cautious with your money. I would be a little cautious around giving a whole lot. And so what I want to say is less is more. You may, in the excitement of it all, or the enthusiasm or the positivity of what if, may have you even actually digging and giving a little bit more. Don't do that, okay? Just give once, don't give extra, don't give more. In this situation, less is more. There may be another time down the road in November or December of this year that you may give again. That's okay. But don't double up now, okay? Because sometimes people, when you go into an investment, you think, this is the time to buy more, and then oh, I'm going to buy even more. Wait, buy some, but don't buy it twice. Just buy some and then wait until November or December. It's going to get a little bit better. And if that means putting money into a business, or it means it's the same thing, okay? Whether you're putting money into a business or whether or not you're buying an investment, okay? And it's coming through as the same way. Wow, why is my nose itching here? So it's like a scratch. You want to itch. You want to give more. You want to give more. You want to give more. Don't, okay? Just resist that temptation. It's because it's kind of being, it's unnecessary. And the investment, I think, it'll be okay. You're not going to get hurt for sure. I think it just feels like I don't think it's going to turn out as as well as you are hoping at this time, right? So there's the caution. Now, for those of you just making money, there's going to be some nice energy and things bubbling up around April 16th, like exciting things, like could be a possible a new person coming in, or something even that you could have longed for, and this person kind of like comes in and just gives it to you and offers to you. And so there's a lot of synchronicity that happens around April 16th for you guys, and that's around actually right before the new moon, and so there's right around the new moon then you can expect new opportunities, and specifically somebody new coming in and offering you or speaking to you about something that you've wanted for a while. And it could have been such a long dream that you completely forgot about, oh yeah, I did love that. No, yeah, I did want that. And it could be something as so simple as having a favorite Broadway play and never getting to see it, and all of a sudden somebody gifts you 2 tickets to that particular play, or music festival, or it's like that. I've always wanted to go there. So there's some nice synergy this month with gifts, with surprise gifts. And it is your birthday month too, so hello. So it may be you getting some surprises that way too. But definitely there's a surprise element to it. Definitely it is new energy coming in, and it's tied to gifts and receiving. So very nice. Let's see here. Anything else about their money? I mean, it feels like those opportunities coming in, and for those of you that maybe your money has been a little lackluster or not so great, that's going to improve your situation too. So if you're job hunting or looking for a job or a second job or a third job, around that new moon time, planting seeds around that 16th, 17th, 18th, the new moon is April 18th. And then they generally say the rule is for the following 10 days, it's ripe. That energy is powerful. So you'd want to keep planting seeds, keep connecting with potential employers, and go for it. Raise the bar. Sometimes when we're beaten down financially, we start to look for the crumbs. Look for the whole loaf. Go for the whole loaf. Lift up your eyes. Look down the road. And dream a little. Don't be afraid, Aries. You remember how it was when you felt good about yourself. Well, now's an opportunity to feel good about yourself again, and go for it. If you go for it and you only get half a loaf, then you'll be great. But if you're down here just looking and scared and just willing to take what's right in front of you, I'm not saying don't take what's in front of you. We always want to take what's in front of us because that's energy. So if something's given to you and it's in front of you and you have an idea down the road, that's great. You can work with this energy and still have the vision down the road. I want you to do that. But don't cut off your nose to spite your face. If your brother-in-law is offering you a job at $10 an hour and you're out of work, take the damn job, okay? And then you can still go out on your off time and look for a better job or a longer job. But don't say no because, that's not in my field. No, it's money and it's generating, okay? It's not a handout. You're going to work for it. So if I'm a little hard on you guys who are stuck, I'm sorry, because the Aries are really, really powerful people, but you're also the ones who get in your own way. And you're also history has Aries being the big babies and the ones who cry the first. But you know what? That's just our negative side. We all have a negative side. But when you guys are in your power, you are masterful. So that's the part of you I'm talking to, okay, Aries? All right, so enough about that. Let's talk about health. I feel some of you right away, my nose is draining, sinus drainage, and we've got change of season happening, and so that you could be irritated by environmental problems, or just cold and flu season as we change energies with the seasons as well. And the biggest thing it feels like, Aries, is for you is because you tend to go, is drinking a lot of water, staying hydrated. And especially again with the season change, staying hydrated. So hydration is coming up for you guys a lot. And that feels about it right now. So, and again, for those of you that are in crisis with your health, there's the new moon energy, this total lunar eclipse can have you shifting doctors. It can have you shifting protocols. It can have you, this is a great time if something new, a new drug shows up, to let go of the old and try something new. So there could be new hope, new protocol, new opportunity for you around this lunar eclipse, okay, this total lunar eclipse on April 4th. All right, so look for that. It could even be happening now. Sometimes the energy comes in early, or the following week. All right, guys. Anything else here? Okay, let's see if there's anything unexpected. Oh, we sort of covered unexpected. There could be some unexpected work opportunities and gifts coming your way, along with money around that new moon of April 18th. Okay, Aries, have an amazing month. It sounds great. You know, don't worry too much about your little feelings getting hurt, and just, you know, suck it up and move on. We know you all can. And it's just going to make you more endearing to all of us who love you. All right, Aries, have a fabulous month, and I'll connect with you again next month.